to see you.
Hi, everybody. Oh, woo. Thank you, Move On. Thank you, all these leaders, all these leaders. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, the clock is ticking. I got 5 minutes to give you my idea. I got a lot of ideas, but I'm going to share one of them with you, and it's about equal pay. Okay, so here's the thing. 1963, what happened? Many things. Equal Pay Act was passed. So that said, hey, look, women aren't paid equally as men for the same amount of work. So we need to obviously have a law about it because otherwise we can't get people to do the right thing. 1963 is passed. Fast forward to the year of our Lord, 2019. Women are paid 80 cents on the dollar to men. Black women, 61 cents. Native American women, 58 cents. Latinas, 53 cents. I like the cap that you're wearing. Enough, exclamation point. Right? Enough. Because it's not a debatable point. It's not a debatable point. It has been the case for decades that women are paid less than men for the same work. So that's off the table for discussion. Is it an issue? The issue is what are we going to do about it? Because most importantly, the goal is not just what are you going to say about it, how are you going to get to the point that women are paid equally as men, right? So, okay, so we had some great advancement. President Obama, first thing he signed, Lilly Ledbetter Act. It was incredible. It was important. Lilly Ledbetter, incredible woman. She's still around fighting. And so we got it so that women could actually litigate the case. They could sue, didn't have to worry about a statute of limitations. Okay, so here's what I'm proposing. Big idea. So here's how it works out. So let's say the woman is working, maybe she's got the guy who sits next to her if it's an open space. Maybe he's in the cubicle next to her. And they're doing the same work. And then maybe they meet at the food truck or on the elevator or, old school at the water cooler, right? And they're talking about, I don't know, what they got the kids for their birthday. And she's like, you got your kids some really serious stuff. My kids didn't get that. I wonder what's going on here. I wonder if we're paid the same amount. And then the other things start happening. He rolls up in some car and it's kind of, out of her pay grade. She's like, what's going on here? So she goes to the supervisor. I'd like to know if John and I are getting paid the same amount. The supervisor says, I can't tell you about salaries. So then she goes to EOC and they say, well, give us some more information. Do you have anything else, right? So that means she's got to on her own start investigating. And then maybe if she gets enough, she can take a complaint, and then maybe she even has to take it to court to sue on the issue, sue the employer, which means she's got to come out of her own pocket for a lawyer. This is a working woman who's got a job. She may have kids. She may be a single mother. And we're putting the burden on her to make sure the employer is doing what, by law, they're required to do. So here's my big idea. Shift the burden. Okay, right? So what I am requiring, and will require when elected President of the United States, is that the burden will shift to the employer to prove that they are paying women the same amount as men for the same work. And this is then about transparency. I'm going to require that they post on their website what they're paying people for equal work. Then, because I'm all into also enforcement, so I am also prepared, as part of my initiative and my big idea, to say to those corporations, until you are paying women equally for the work they are performing, for every 1% differential between what the woman is making versus what the man is making, so let's say there's a 1% differential. No, let's go further because it's more accurate. Let's say there's a 5 to 10 to 20% differential. Well, for every 1% differential, you have to pay a fine of 1% out of your profits from the year before. So 5% differential, you got to pay 5% as a fine of what your profits were the year before. And where is that money going to go? Well, you know, we've been talking a lot about the need for family leave, but what we really need is paid family leave. That money is going to go into a fund for paid family leave so that those women also, who invariably are the ones who have to leave work to take care of a sick child or an aging parent, can also get paid while they are doing that important work. So that's my big idea. Woo!